Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 25 online game. Today we got the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets, and we got Clyde Gates coming out the building, taking the opening kickoff all the way for a touchdown. The best way to start off a game is getting a touchdown in the first 10 seconds, and usually the only way that happens is via the kick return for a touchdown. That's what we did there. So we started the game best way possible. Otherwise, that was probably our best offense for most of this game. When 2K14 came out, I played that for about a week or so. I took a little mini break from Madden, and this was my first game back from my mini hiatus from Madden. And that's when you can tell this game's pretty old. This game's about like 4 weeks old or so, maybe like a whole month. I'm not sure. You can see the breast cancer stuff, so it's probably like 3-4 weeks old. But anyways, because of that, I had one of my worst offensive games I probably ever had in Madden 25, besides when the game first came out. And this is the result. Thankfully, the defense kept us in for the most part. You see me make a nice stop here with Kyle Williams, a second down. And then on third down, it's like deja vu. I make another great stop with Kyle Williams, and I force my opponent, who is a sub, to take the field goal there. But, yeah, so the defense kept us in. Offense was bad. He somehow misses this field goal here. God knows how. But now that I spoiled basically the first half for you, let's talk about something here. Something that's on my mind today, and that is next-gen consoles. Because I haven't really addressed it yet, and people have been asking me here and there, which console you're going to get, Cookie Boy, you're going to get Xbox One, PS4, blah, 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 we're getting on launch day. So I wasn't planning on getting either on launch day because I didn't really have a purpose to, you know. I play Madden on the Xbox, play the 2K14 on the Xbox, and I don't really need either of them on release day. I'm not into like Call of Duty or Battlefield, so I don't really need shooters. So yeah, that was my plan. But then 2K14, they drop all this news about their next gen game that's gonna be like way better than 2K13. Basic 2K14 on the current gen, I mean. But yeah, it's basically like 2K13 anyways. 2K14 is probably could best be described as a really good patch of 2K13, as we get a nice pick there with Trufant at the goal line area. But yeah, so that's 2K14 current gen. Next gen actually looks like 2K14. It looks pretty good. The graphics look amazing. I don't really care for graphics, but those things still look mad sick. So then I was like, you know, I think I might be interested in getting one of these consoles on release day. But since it's late October, you know, there's no chance I'm going to get an Xbox One or a PS4 on release day. So I still try to look around, try to ask a few people if they knew they could find any good deals. Anybody had a hookup for me. And no one had a hookup for me, unfortunately. They had a hookup for me. They probably done it for themselves first. But you know, so I was probably screwed out of it. And then eventually, after a few 2 days of searching or so, but I ended up finding it on Walmart. It wasn't a release day version of the PS4, but it's one that comes out before Christmas. It's supposed to. Whoa, look at this, by the way. Speaking of next-gen consoles, I really hope Madden 25 doesn't have this in their next-gen version of their game, because look at Beavis and Butthead here picking down the ball like chickens, not picking it up, just like, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Well, yeah, that's one reason why I wasn't going to get either next-gen console, because Madden 25 wasn't going to be much different as far as I saw. I don't think EA has it in them to make a big-time change from current-gen to next-gen. It's probably going to be a recycled game. Since 2K14 was it, I had to eventually find this thing, and it's supposed to come around, like, I think it said, the website said December 12th or earlier, so that's when I would get the PS4. And then I was cool. I was like, alright, I don't really need the Xbox One. I was probably going to get both of them anyways, just so I could play subs on both versions, so it'll be easier for me. I'd rather do that. And then, by the way, that's why I didn't get Madden 25 for the PS3. A lot of people ask if I have it and stuff, and people know I had it for Madden 13 for the PS3 for since February or something like that. But yeah, so I didn't get it because I figured I would get the PS4 and Xbox One eventually. I didn't want to waste an extra $60 on Madden, and so I was just like, alright, forget it, I won't. And plus, the PS3 is not even at my house, so now you know that. I'm sorry to my PS3 subscribers, but if you're a PS4 subscriber, you might see me on Madden then. So it all works out alright. But then again, how many people are actually getting the PS4? I am, I guess, and I wasn't even going to get the Xbox One, which leads to my next story. GameStop put up Xbox One, like a bundle pre-order today. So I was like, yeah, you have to make a quick decision on that stuff. Because once it became available, I knew there's going to be a lot of people pouncing on that thing. So I actually saw this while I was in class. While I was in class, I actually left my class, went to the the library, and actually pre-ordered this thing. which is kind of sad, but at the same time, I don't know, the class wasn't that important. I wasn't really missing much, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take the 10 minutes away from class and do this real quick. Yeah, like I said, you have to make a quick decision, because that thing will go away in a heartbeat. So I got the Xbox One. It's supposed to come on release day. It might not, but like I said, it's not really a big deal to me if it does or doesn't. I don't need it for release day. I just want to have it eventually, like in the near future, so I could play 2K14 on it and do my career series, because I figured that'll be way more fun on a next gen console than current gen. So that's where I stand with the whole the next gen console thing, in case you were wondering. So eventually I'll probably be getting both in the near future now that I have both of them on pre-order. And I would like to thank you guys real quick. Let me just say it real quick. I really do need to thank you guys, because people might be wondering where the hell I'm getting $1,000 to spend on a PS4 and an Xbox One, and it honestly does come from YouTube. That if it weren't for this YouTube stuff, I wouldn't be buying both like that. That's pretty damn reckless. But since, you know, I did make enough money to be able to put out a PS4 and an Xbox One like that, I really need to thank you guys for that, because honestly, this is something that I'm not doing for money. This is not like an source of income or anything like that for me. Don't tell like anybody on YouTube this or anything, or yeah, or whatever, but I would do this for free. All right, if I would still put out the same amount of videos or whatever and do it for free, you know. But the extra money is nice, and the extra money does lead me to that. So thank you guys for your support, because like I said, it allowed me to do this reckless spending that I'm doing, and eventually it does work out, because you know, I'll be able to play people on both sides, stuff like that. So it all works out in the end, and I'll probably like give away my 2K I keep on calling it 2K13, because basically like 2K13, but my 2K14 Xbox copy for free when I get the next gen version. So look out for that. It'll be a nice giveaway, nice giving back. But right now I need that, 'cause I still want to play it a little bit, still get some practice. But yeah, that's my take on all the next gen stuff. So let's get into this game here, because it's a pretty interesting game. And as you see, my opponent is going to get his first lead of the game here. I've only scored 6 points since I got the opening kickoff for a touchdown. And it's been a struggle. Haven't gotten an offensive touchdown yet. Only one on special teams. You see Nick Farrell had a crazy block shed there. Not even a block shed. That was just like my offensive lineman just could not block him. Fell down trying to tackle Nick Farrell. He wasn't even trying to block, just trying to tackle him. Then third down. That's like the worst pocket presence you can ever have. I backed up. That's the worst. When you see someone back up like 20 yards, don't ever do that. And once again, it's another factor of do as I say, not as I do. It's a pretty common theme on this channel. And you know, there's a reason why I do stuff like that a lot. And I want to teach you guys from my own mistakes, I guess. And that's a mistake he made. He tried to go deep. I mean, it's not really much of a mistake, because it's Calvin Johnson. You might as well take a shot or two for him a game. But going for Cromartie is not really the best idea. As you see, he almost gets a tackle with a defensive lineman. Like, come on, man. He covered some nice ground there with that guy, though. That's why I threw. I didn't expect him to cover ground like that. Here, third down and 11. There's one of those weird physics things where my receiver would have been open if he didn't run to the defender, but it's not pass interference in the game, because it's just it would be kind of fluky if it was. So we end up getting a bad break there, and we punt the ball, and my opponent gets a bad break here because there's a clipping penalty as the ball is going out of bounds. That's some really bad blocking, blocking the back, really, not clipping. I just have to say that now that I know it's a block in the back. But anyways, so the offensive struggles continue, and we punt the ball off, and he has a chance to, you know, make something happen. He wasn't the greatest opponent ever. He was probably pretty good to catch me on like my bad day or whatever. But he's kind of making the most out of his opportunity as we sniff out the screen there beautifully, as we usually do. And then third down, he tries to check it down, doesn't get much. But yeah, I'm not saying he's taking the most of his opportunity, because if he did, he'd probably be blowing me out. But he's in the game nonetheless. Oh, man, look at that hesitation by Jeremy Curley. What a play. They didn't get much yards out of it, but it still looked pretty sick. Probably one of the sicker 8-yard punt returns you'll see all year as we get a decent run there. But next play, 4 quarters starts, and we don't start off well. The offensive struggles continue and continue and continue. Now we throw an interception. I thought he was open. Wasn't really open the entire play. And we ended up throwing the interception there. Blitz was coming. I threw it hot. And that's what happens when you throw it hot sometimes. When you throw it hot and you have no idea where you're throwing, you'll throw it to the wrong team. I threw it to a Lion. And that's what Gino doesn't realize. So this is like real life Jets. And the Lions, ooh. If you're going to do that for anybody, throw it up for Calvin, not for that guy. And he has to punt the ball. A lot of punting in this game. This dude plays straight up. He punted the ball. I play straight up. I punted the ball. So that's the way this game turned out. Here, Mike Goodson gets the ball. And he's just getting knocked out. And on that first drive in the fourth quarter, I was like, all right, it's time to turn it up. And I couldn't even turn it up. Usually in the fourth quarter, especially in these sub games, I could turn it on and, you know, just ramp up the offense when I want to. I could not do that in this game. Second down 13, getting nothing. And once again, just getting stuffed in the run. Can't get anything. And it's always third down and long. I can't convert. Third down 17. And we get picked off here. As I deserve to. Just throwing it up there. Trying to force it in. And he gets a great return here. Trying to take it for 6. Still gets it all the way to about the 11-yard line. With the 1-point lead. And a chance to make it a bigger lead. With great field position here. Almost gets in the end zone. Almost fumbles the ball too. We both fumbled the ball. And both recovered them both. Well, actually, this went out of bounds. But here, second down and 2. Big drop there in traffic by, I believe, Pettigrew. But third down and 2. Nice cutback with Bell there. And he grabs a touchdown and an 8-point lead. With under 4 minutes to play. And there is no reason to believe that I'm going to turn it around now. I haven't turned it around all game. I haven't scored a single point since halftime, even though I've had a lot of opportunities. But now I get a great one. He tries to send a blitz off the edge there, and we make him pay. Sometimes the hot read will screw you, and sometimes it won't. And here we have to make a hot read right here. Ooh, that was scary, man. I almost cracked my voice there. I don't really crack my voice that much, but that was pretty damn close. As close as it'll get, because he came in there fast, man. I don't know if he was turboing or what, but I make a hot read for sure. And thankfully, when you blitz that much people, the flats are usually open. And even though Bilal Powell had like 0 acceleration, we ended up getting the 2-point conversion there to tie the game. We absolutely needed that. And here, third down and 8, we really want this stop covering the out route, but there's a corner route on top of the out route. And unfortunately, I couldn't cover both. At the corner, the out route covered pretty well, but the corner route on top was not really covered. And here, big penalty here. He only needs a field goal to win the game, and this pushes him really close into field goal range. Sheldon Richardson with a key mistake here. Face mask penalty, and he's at the 40-yard line, about 20 away. And David Akers has a really good leg, so I'm aware of that. But Matt Stafford's really good arm is not going to be here for the rest of this game. Stafford is done after taking that hit. KO for Stafford. Second down and 11. Sean Hill comes in, and he has some wheels, running it for an 8-yard gain. Third down and 5. He runs the ball. Big time decision there, and he runs the ball and does not get a single yard, and he has to punt the ball when fourth down. He doesn't have to, but he did it anyways. We put Clyde Gates back there to try to get another return with him, but there was no lanes there, and we end up just settling at the 24-yard line. And now we only need a field goal to win this game. We somehow have a chance to win this game. After all our offensive struggles, we hand it out to Mike Goodson on the counter, and Goodson has some space, and Goodson breaks into the second level, and he is gone. He puts all his players on the ground. He pretty much wanted me to score there. After I saw that, and I was like, well, I'm going to score here. I'm not going to shut down points. As you see, Wilkerson is gone for the game. Our best pass rusher is down for the rest of the game, so we're going to have to win the game without him. But it's going to have to do more our secondary. We lose this game, and here the secondary shows up. Allen on the pick, and that'll pretty much seal this game. He had a chance of making a comeback there, but he blew it on the first play, and we'll escape with this victory here. I mean, they don't tell you how you win or how you lose in the box score. They'll tell you in the YouTube comments for sure. Someone will probably tell me I won that game ugly, but they don't tell you that in the box score. They say winner or loss. What should they do in the box score? On the damn winner or loss chart is what I'm trying to say. Whatever the hell they call that stuff. It says you won or you lost, and we won. So I'll take it. I'll take the win. And you see me try. I tried to throw a halfback pass there. Almost fumbled it instead. Should have just kept the ball there and not ran a play, but it's all good. We win the game, so hope you guys liked the video. Leave a like in the video if you liked it. You want to talk next gen consoles or whatever, you can talk in the comments. Subscribe for more Madden 25. Good game to this guy, and I will catch you guys next time.